Hi everyone. I'm coming back to a topic I've been to before, and I'm going to talk about intuitive versus sensors, and I guess their communication styles, and kind of how I saw it as kind of a quick revelation, kind of an intuitive eureka moment coming together. Um, I've been thinking about this. I've been trying to think about another intuitive sensor video for probably about a month maybe, and I think that would be introverted intuition, not extroverted intuition. But what I do think about the intuitive versus sensors breakdown, it's just so apparent to me. I mean, I talk to a lot of sensors all the time, and it's just like it just things go over their head, and they don't understand what I'm talking about, and it's very difficult and very challenging. I work with. I mean, this is one example. I work with this girl, and just because this is recent memory and all that, but I mean, this is my whole life. But this girl, I talk about all these like big ideas. I talk about like politics uh, all these like really deep thoughts and shit just goes over her head. And she's like the penultimate fucking censor. Like she just is a complete censor, and she just everything is very little for her. Like, oh yeah, I go to the store, I buy with money, and then I go, and she's very good with street smart kind of shit. And she like that's just who she is. She's very good with street smarts, and she kicks my ass in that department. Like I am like I don't know shit about like buying a house, or like I don't know shit about like going to the store and interacting with the person there, and like I just that's just me, and that's not what I'm good at. Um, you know, so but so I was researching some things. I'm interested in politics, so I also do some weird stuff like where I Google image things. So like I just like search like I searched women political cartoons, and like I just do it before I go to bed. And I just swipe. I just in my iPhone and I just swipe, swipe, swipe. I just look at the image and see what they say, and see what they mean. Or like some of them are funny. I like to look at political cartoons because they're pretty funny, or they say something and it's quick, and I like to look at it and see what people are thinking basically. And so I did eventually stumble upon this one political cartoon where this woman was being like chained to a wall, and there was a whole bunch of signs up behind her, and then the sign said, a woman should stay at home. A woman is seen and not heard. A woman's place is in the home. Be barefoot and pregnant at the stove, that kind of thing. And then one of these things said, "Do not let your beauty be external." 1 Peter 3:2. I'm saying it's a Bible quote from the New Testament if it's Peter, Paul, whatever. So, and I'll put that link to this image down there because I think it's interesting. But, so the sign says, "Do not let your beauty be external." And they're saying that this is bad about women. That women should not worry about their appearance, not worry about what they look like, and, that makes them, I guess, like, repressed and stuff. I think that's a very censor way to look at it. If you look at it on its face, "Do not let beauty be external," you would get the message that, um, I should be ugly. Like I should just like only worry about not what my looks are. You shouldn't worry about your looks at all. Um, and just be very, very, very modest in your appearance. And that's not how I see it at all. This is straight from like Jesus. This is from Peter. This is from like the New Testament, and like probably like straight from Jesus, or like one of those people, like the apostles. I don't give a shit about the Bible, but I'm very religious and I follow Jesus a lot because yes. Okay. So what I interpret it as an intuitive is, don't let your beauty be external. What he means is, let your beauty be internal. Make sure that your soul is good, that you're treating people nicely, that you're being a good person on the inside, and you elaborate on that statement. And it just clicks right there to me. That's the difference between sensors and intuitives. And that's the difference between sensors and intuitives when we approach religion. I think. I think they take a lot of censors, especially SJs, take things from the Bible literally rather than figuratively, and that's the big disconnect I'm having. I just like I mean it's just so hard to deal with. Like it says, "Do not let your beauty be external." That's all I've always been about. I've always been talking about let your beauty be on the inside, and then it's fine to have an external beauty. But like a lot of people, I feel like, or a lot. I live in LA. A lot of people in LA are just like, oh, look at me, look how pretty I am and shit. But like they have nothing inside themselves. It's like it's there's nothing there, and I don't think that's beautiful. I think it's shallow and it's fake and it's cheap. So, um, that's just not what I agree. I mean, I don't care if you do yourself up on the outside, but be a good person first on the inside. Know yourself on the inside first. That's something that I want to be my mantra for the rest of my life. I don't want that to fuck. I don't care what people say about that. I think that is the truth, though. It is the truth, and I'm not going to be PC about the truth. Okay, so going on, I went on to more YouTube videos, blah blah blah, more I guess test the waters of this theory, and I did stumble on this video about I guess like this ladder of abstractness, and that sensors sit at this ladder right here, and it's very literal. They will take everything very literally, and they don't have much abstract with their thoughts or how they see things. And that, like in this different spectrum, intuitives will take things abstractly primarily, but we can come down here and talk about literal things. I can deal with the literal world. I can say yes, that tree is green. Yes, the sky is blue. Yes, the TV is on. But I don't think sensors can go like this. They can't go, oh yes. It's hard for them to come up with concepts and ideas. It's just very frustrating, and that's where the disconnect is. And like I am the only intuitive in my family. That makes it very difficult. I'm the only. I don't know any intuitives. I don't know a few. And when I do talk to intuitives, it's just feeding off each other. And it's so awesome. It's so fun. It's just like you just start talking with each other, and it's so easy. I really like it. And I love having those intuitive moments with other people. But you're just sprouting off ideas, and you're talking about nothing. And like sensors, like another point in this video said that sensors like don't see a practical point of it, so they don't care. And I'm like, it's just ideas. I mean, I'm not being like I'm gonna go do these right now because they are more focused on doing things rather than just thinking about them. So it's just like I don't know what the solution is here. I feel very very I guess what's the word? Detached from many sensors. I feel like there's a lot of sensors in our society. I don't feel like I can relate to any of them on a deep personal level, which is, very hard. I understand them. I definitely, I know what you're about. I know this girl I work with at work. I know what she's about. I know what makes her happy. It's easy. Nobody wants to know what I'm about. Nobody wants to know what these deeper ideas are. If you are watching this video, you probably do. You might be an intuitive. I don't know. I mean, if you listen to me for 8 minutes, you probably, yeah. So, and that just shows, like, this video will get 100 views to whatever the hell it's gonna get. Not very many. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit. This is for my personal enjoyment. But a cat video will get fucking 100 million views. That just shows me what the world is about. And it's very, very disheartening at times. And I just think it's very hard. So basically, intuitives think more abstractly, sensors think more literally and concretely. There has to be some balance where I guess it would help me to come down to like a literal level sometimes and really just think how to put dreams into practicalities, realize those dreams, like have these really good, wonderful ideas, and then come out with a practical solution and like implement that. And I think it would help a lot of sensors if you could just kind of dream a little bit, kind of come up with some ideas that you're not used to per se, and eventually just, then you can start doing them. And then that I think happy mediums are pretty much always the best way to go. So I mean, I think that's the only solution I can come up with, but I don't know what's gonna happen here. Like, I still feel this way. I still feel very alone here when it comes to intuition versus sensing. Um, I thought it was extroversion versus introversion that was the problem, but it's not. I thought extroverts were the reason why I felt isolated. It's not that. It's sensing versus intuition. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, later, guys.